Happy Tuesday afternoon, everyone. My name is Nicole Sprinkles, and I'm a meteorologist here at the National Weather Service in Gaylord, Michigan. I'll be doing the weekly weather briefing this week. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and pop them into the question box there below. I will answer those at the end of the presentation. So without that, let's go ahead and get started. So looking at the last 7 days, the average temperature was about 25 to 30 degrees with some pockets of 20 to 25, kind of over there by the Houghton Lake area and up there by the Sioux. As far as accumulated precipitation, we did have anywhere from 1/10 of an inch up to maybe 1.5 inches, and those kind of focused on the snow belts of northern Michigan. And you can see that there in the accumulated snowfall graphic on the right-hand side of your screen there. Where we've received in the last 7 days from December 9th to December 15th, probably another additional from anywhere from 1 inch to probably even 1.5 feet in some areas, again, located in, focused in those snow belts of northern Michigan. So looking at the graphic in your top left, that graph right there, compared to seasonal snowfall for this year so far is in green. The normal to date would be in red, and then the normal for the entire season is in blue. So you can see we're kind of getting up there for the Gaylord and Sault Ste. Marie in the areas. We're getting up there for the normal for the entire season. So we did have a lot of snow come down on those past 7 days and past few weeks for that matter. But Alpena, Houghton Lake, West Branch, not so lucky. They're still sitting down there for a little bit less than normal to date with your snow depth as well. So looking more at a graphical kind of context, on the right-hand side there, we have a good swath kind of in the belts of northern Michigan, and then up there in eastern upper with 23 inches up by the Sault Ste. Marie. And then a little bullseye over there, kind of by the Gaylord, Kalkaska, Atrium kind of areas with, about 12 to 16 with maybe a 16 to 20 foot sprinkled in there as well. So looking at your water temperatures, which are really generating those lake effect snow showers, so the black line is your average water temperatures from 1995 all the way to 2023, and then that pink kind of purpley line, that is your 2024, your current water temperatures. And we can see that they're still abnormally warm for that year, and so that's going to actually help to generate snow showers later this week. And so looking at the Wednesday into Wednesday night, we do actually have more lake effect showers expected for northwest lower and eastern upper. And then we have additional few inches of snow possible on Thursday evening with a clipper system that's expected to move through. And then heading into this weekend, we're looking at some below average temperatures and then also warming up into the holidays. So what does that look like as far as hazard wise? So we do have that snow potential for a majority of the area Wednesday through Saturday. And then again, those wind chills, we'll look more into this at a later slide, but we do have some below average temperatures, some single digits coming in there. And then just with that snowfall, with that lake effect, it's going to be a little bit dry. So with some possible winds, we could have some possible lower visibilities, but nothing too elevated or anything significant at this time. We're just thinking limited impacts. And then here and there, we're going to have some winds associated with the different systems kind of moving through the area. And that's kind of highlighted there for your Wednesday, Friday timeframe, and then again on Monday. And again, we'll look at this as we go through these slides as well. This is just a brief kind of overview of what kind of hazards we have or are expecting that could impact you. So looking at Wednesday into Thursday morning, we do have some lake effect, as I was saying. And so this graph here on the right is showing you for chance for at least 2 inches of snow. So we do have a medium to high chance for at least 2 inches of snow across the northwest lower with an emphasis on the snow belt areas. So again, it is going to be that kind of northwest kind of lake effect snow. And then we do have lower chances for at least 4 inches, really centered there around the Atrium and the Kalkaska counties. And then with that, we're also going to have some brisk winds come in at 20 to 30 miles per hour, or even possibly more Wednesday night into Thursday. And so the heaviest snow with the strongest winds we're expecting for the Wednesday afternoon and the Wednesday evening. So that could impact your Wednesday evening commute. So make sure you stay tuned on that one. We'll be sure to give you more details to come. But with this snow, we're expecting it to be relatively dry with 18:1 snow ratio. So not expecting it to be too wet and heavy with those temperatures falling as well as we're trending cooler through the week. Then looking at this potential for snowfall Thursday into Friday, we do have moderate chances for 2 inches or more of snow, mainly near the shorelines, just because we could get some lake enhancement from that. But the steadiest snowfall, we're expecting it's going to be Thursday night into Friday morning, and then we're going to expect it to taper midday or later on Friday. So what this could look like for you is you could have some slicker and slippery conditions, mainly for the Friday morning commute as well. So really highlighting that. And then this graph this image over here on your right hand side of your screen, that's just basically showing the chance for at least 2 inches of snow. So you can really see we do have a nice little bullseye up there kind of by the Sioux Eastern Upper, and then also the tip of the Mitt. They looks like they have lower chances, and then as you get lower into northern lower, you begin to get your higher chances with 30 to 40% kind of in that snow belt kind of region there. And then looking at your winds, it looks like we're going to have some pretty gusty winds coming in Wednesday afternoon through early Thursday morning with potential 25 to 30 miles per hour winds. That's going to have more of a northwest component because, again, that's going to be more of your lake effect where it's impacting your northwest kind of lake effect snow belts. And then on Friday into early Saturday, that's when that Clipper system kind of moves in through. And so that's going to be more of like a northerly kind of more component to the winds. And it's going to be about maybe 25, potentially 30, but we're still diving into the details of that as it is further into the week. Looking at your temperatures, we are cooling through the week with our temperatures, and we do have some minimum wind chill forecasts in the negatives, really highlighting the Sioux right there. They do have a low of -4, especially by Saturday morning. We do have a lot of single digits coming in for early Friday or late Friday into early Saturday. So really trying to highlight that. So we are going to get cooler as we go through the week. So that is something to remember as you're preparing for your day and what what you're going to wear if you want to put a coat on or a hat and whatnot. But there is a potential that we are going to start to see warming right around the holidays. So this is actual temperature outlook for the 22nd through the 26th of December. So right around Christmas. And it looks like that guidance is wanting us to be above normal for our temperatures. And they also are leaning towards below for our precipitation outlook as well. So if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, well, it might be a 50-50 on whether we can kind of see it. I mean, for Alpena anyway, that tends, we're looking at their history on the right-hand side, the history of White Christmas for Alpena. You can kind of see it's a mixed bag of whether they get a White Christmas or not. As for the Sioux, that's the image in the middle. You can see the trees there. They're covered in snow quite frequently through the years, so they have higher chances of having a White Christmas. But as for everybody else, that image on the right-hand side, that's percentage of years with at least 1 inch of snow on Christmas Day. So you can really see in here that it really highlights, that those snow belts of northern Michigan tend to be the ones that get that kind of white Christmas on that day. And that's just showing that, like the Kalkaska County, Otsego kind of counties, they have like a 90% chance and so on. So if you're looking for a white Christmas, potentially we could see it, but we'll see what's in store for the coming days because, again, we do have that kind of warming trend that the guidance is trying to pick up on and a drier trend as well. So with that, here's our additional information. Here's how you can contact us. Here's some helpful links for our webpage, our area forecast discussion, where our amazing forecasters right now are actually typing up their thoughts as what is going to happen. So that you can go ahead and click on that area forecast discussion just to get a look into their brain of what they're thinking and potential hazards and what they're keeping an eye on. So at this time, I'll go ahead and take any questions if anyone has any questions. I'll sit here for, probably a minute to see if anything kind of comes trickling through. Okay. I'm not seeing any questions. So with that, I guess I will go ahead and end it here. Thank you all for joining me again. My name is Nicole Sprinkles. I'm with the National Weather Service. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Or again, that area forecast discussion is a great tool for you to use just to get, like I said, an inside knowledge of what our forecasters are thinking and seeing and discussing on there. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.